Do we just go? This is different. Clint Bowyer, driver of the number 33 Cheerios, Hamburger Helper Chevrolet. Jeff Burton? Jeff Gordon? I told him he's too consistent. That's 2 for 2 on the double-handed push. I'll be ready for it. Where have you been?
Good, just, go ahead. You're doing great. Sorry, let me introduce you.
Look like they're betting on horses or something around here.
All right, carrying on. We're now joined here in the interview room by number 33 Cheerios, Hamburger Helper Chevrolet, Clint Bowyer. Clint, your thoughts on racing here at Phoenix?
Yeah, looking forward to racing here again. Looking forward to the truck race tonight. That's my first truck race in a while, so got a good truck that Kevin built for me. I'm excited about, maybe ended up in victory lane. I've got a definite shot at it. The truck's very fast, and excited to be, marching back towards the front in the Cup Series. We moved up a couple spots. I thought we were going to definitely end up 12th, so hopefully we can, continue. And looking at the points deal right now, I mean, honestly, we could get as far as 5th. That's not far-fetched. And if we could do that, that would be pretty incredible given the talent level, the competition level inside the chase.
We'll go ahead and continue with questions for Clint. Who's got questions? We'll go to Tom and then to Clara B.
Hey, Clint, Tom Jensen, Speed.com. What do you think of the announcement today that Chevrolet is going back to IndyCar racing? And Randy Bernard, the president of the IRL, is still serious about the $20 million for somebody winning the 500 and the 600 in the same day. Can you ever envision that happening and somebody doing that?
Well, I think, Chevrolet going back into the IndyCar series is definitely a big day for all of them involved. Chevrolet has such a big impact in our sport and NASCAR, and, they're going to, once again, have a big impact over there. As far as the $20 million, I'd love to have it, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Clara B.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius NASCAR Radio. Clint, why do you think people sort of underestimate Kevin Harvick's team? He's not mentioned a lot, even though he's up there in the points for the chase. And you think that's a sorry mistake for the other 2 teams?
Well, I mean, just, judging that team versus the other and handicapped, and, so to speak, he doesn't have the wins that they do. So you look at that and you automatically say that he's not in contention. But they've been very solid, very, very consistent all year long. The most top 10s, if you look at it, by quite a bit, of the series. And, they've just done a great job of, getting good finishes at the end of the race. They're not always there all, throughout the race, and they haven't won as many races as Denny and Jimmy. But certainly week in and week out consistently, they've been a car to beat ever since the beginning, I think.
Okay, we'll go over to Chuck and then to the track.
Chuck Howard, NASCAR Media Group. Clint, to the naked eye, Phoenix and Homestead look somewhat comparable. Are they, and what do you like most about Homestead since they have made the changes over the years?
Well, I mean, they both have a blue wall, but, this is short track, and Homestead is definitely, an intermediate track. Really, to be honest with you, 2 completely different racetracks, but that's what makes this sport what it is. That's what makes the chase, difficult. Here you are, the last 2 races to decide a championship. You got a good short track race, and then you got another good intermediate track. So a good mixture of racetracks to have to go through and overcome to win a championship. And, I think it's going to be good right down to the end. I don't think it's definitely not going to be decided here, and it's probably going to be down to the last lap at Homestead of who's the champion.
Nicole Shumate, PIR Pit Notes. Clint, what do you think you have to do to your car to set it up to go fast on Sunday?
Well, you just, again, you have to have a good balance on your race car. Loose and tight grip levels always change, but, the balance of the race car has to, be good and stay consistent. You're going to lose grip. As it cools down, you're going to gain grip, but as long as you can keep a good balance on your race car, you're going to be good. You have to compensate. turns 1 and 2 are tight, radius corner, and 3 and 4 are sweeping and a lot more gradual. So you got to have, the ability as a driver to compensate and make up the difference. And then as a race car, you got to be able to adjust on it and find a good, comparable, setup.
Got Dustin and Lewis.
Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. Clint, understand that your first priority beyond your team is to help Kevin win the championship. If something happens to Kevin, if something happens where he can't win the championship, do you have to look at being a teammate in essence to Jimmy Johnson and make sure a Toyota doesn't win this championship?
Oh, man, I don't know. I mean, that's looking too much into it, it's if I can help in practice, if I come across something that's better and I feel comfortable that it is, I'm going to go over and tell Kevin, get it in his car. As a teammate, that's all you can do. I mean, if Kevin's out of the thing and Jimmy Johnson's looking for me to wreck somebody or something, that's not going to happen.
Lewis, Frank Reuters. You proved at Talladega that there's no team orders, but suppose the championship does come down to the last lap, as you said, and it's you and Kevin going for the win, and those 5 points or 10 points make the difference. I mean, is this something you think about or talk about, or
not really. I mean,
about?
If it comes down to the last lap, I'm winning the race and Kevin's second, and if he gets around me, he wins the championship. He's going to win a lot of money. Maybe we can renegotiate. But the biggest thing there is if that's the case, I mean, a championship's a pretty big thing for everybody involved, and that's first and foremost. I'm sure he'll make it up to me one way or another if it comes down to that. Yeah, that's right. I'll probably have to show him how to throw a party, but other than that, it'd be all right.
Any further questions for Clint?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your time. Good luck this weekend.